Today we're taking a look at the brand new Halo hood from Majestic Fire Apparel. Hi, I'm Matt Hinkle with Box Alarm Training, and today we're getting a look at the brand new Halo hood from Majestic Fire Apparel. The Halo hood is their first particulate barrier hood. Now this hood just came out a couple of months ago. They released it at FDIC 2016, but I was able to get a prototype hood and I tested it for several months prior to that. So I've had a good bit of time wearing the hood and seeing the fit and feel of how it actually feels when you're wearing it. So this hood was built to block particles, and it was specifically because of all the cancer research that's going on. And one of the main problems that we found from a lot of the research is that we're finding particulates are getting in through interface areas. So anywhere that two pieces of ensemble come together, so the wrists, the top of the boots, the waist, the zipper, the neck, but there was a lot of concentration around the neck area, which is a really bad area to absorb particulates, thyroid cancer and things like that. So Majestic came in with a solution, and everywhere you see gray on this hood is the particulate barrier. So the particulate barrier isn't all the way around the hood in every single spot. That's done for several reasons, but one of the main ones is this particulate barrier doesn't stretch. It's like a panel. So much like your turnout gear, when you have your liner and things like that, you can't stretch that apart. It's not elastic. It's a barrier that's inside of there. So that's the same as this. So the way they've done it is created panels to try to make the hood a little bit more wearable. The hood is a complex ensemble piece. Even though it seems really simple, it has to connect to several pieces of equipment where others don't. So the hood has to connect between the coat and the hood and the mask, the hood and the helmet or the ear flap. So it's a lot of different things that are going on to try to make a firefighter comfortable and make it fit right. So they did this by creating panels. So if you look at it, the middle of the hood that kind of runs up over the top of your head, that's double C6 fabric. So the main component of the hood is C6 carbon hood material, 2-ply, and then everywhere you see a gray panel is where they've put in the particle barrier, the particulate barrier. So these, because they don't stretch, they've created it mainly around your neck, which was the high absorption area that was seen during that study. But they've also created on the back of the neck an elastic piece to try to get the hood to fit a little bit better, because those panels, they don't fit on your head like a sock. They kind of sit off of your head because it's a panel piece. So in order to get it to pull on the back of your neck and kind of fit down when you don your gear, they created the back as a big elastic, real thick elastic piece to try to fit it around your neck a little bit better so it doesn't bunch up. And it does a pretty good job. When you first grab these hoods, I know a lot of guys that have worn them, and I've let some guys try the hood out themselves. When you first pick it up, it feels a lot different than a normal hood because that barrier, that panel piece, is pretty thick and flat. It doesn't stretch at all. So when you don it, it feels totally different than a normal hood because it doesn't have any elastic to it. It's not very stretchy. But really, once you get the hood on and you don all of your gear, you actually see that there's some benefits to having that panel instead of an elastic piece. If you've had any experience like me, those elastic hoods, when they get compressed around your face, they'll transfer heat energy a lot better through compression. So when you have hoods that compress down on your ears, I don't like that. I like the hood to be off of my face a little bit with some airspace so that I don't get as hot. Well, the panel kind of does that just by the way that it's cut. So the panel kind of sits off of your ears and down the sides of your head instead of pushing on your ears. So actually, once you get your gear all the way on, even the guys that recently wore this just a couple of weeks ago, that was the main thing they told me after they wore it was it's actually surprising. Once you get it on, it is kind of nice having that airspace between your face and the panel. So it's weird donning it. I will tell you that for sure. When you put it on, it's gonna feel totally different than anything you're used to. But once you get your ensemble on, everything on, you forget it's there. It fits fine. Once you get it on, it feels fine. So there is a lot of details and specifications to this hood. I'll supply them in the links below, but they'll tell you everything that this blocks, particulate size and the percentage that it blocks, and also versus a normal hood. So let's take a second and talk about that. Okay, I've pulled up the Majestic Fire Apparel website and gone to the Halo particle filter hood section. So you can see there's some pictures of the hoods, but that's not really why we're here. We're going to look at the specs. So I've gone down to the Halo material specs, and you'll be able to see that this is made of Ultra C6 and then the gray C6, and then it has the halo particle filter fabric. So what you need to know is that this hood is a 2-ply hood everywhere you see black, but it is a 3-ply hood where you see gray. So knowing that, you'll be able to look at the thermal performance. A lot of people, the TPP, thermal protective performance right here, and a lot of people have asked about this. Is it providing protection compared to other hoods? The answer is yes, it actually provides more protection because it's a standard 2-ply C6 hood with the gray areas having that particle filter or that particle barrier. So you're going to see right here it's around 50 TPP in the gray area and around a little over 30, about 33 for the black area, which is a very strong rating for a hood. So that was a really common question, so there's the answer to that, and that it shows after washes and burst strengths and all kinds of different things if you're interested in seeing that. But the other thing that you might want to see is if you go to certifications, you'll be able to pull up the brochure, and in the brochure you're actually able to see it's a lot of information here if you want to pull it up and look at it, but this is the interesting part, is right here it shows the percentage of particles that are blocked by their sizes. So you'll see the particle size down this column on the left, and then you're going to see it as what will the halo hood block compared to a standard knit hood. And there's a huge difference between this. So obviously the larger micron size it is, the easier it is for the fabrics to block. So, but look at the 0.3 micron. So over 96% blocked by the halo particle barrier, where only 4% of that's blocked traditionally with a standard knit hood. So that's a massive difference. Turnout gear in those studies, your basic turnout gear has been shown that it does a pretty good job of blocking particles to get to your skin, and this is really no different. This is showing that the particle barrier is doing its job. It's blocking a large percentage of those particles that are getting through a normal hood. I hope you enjoyed our quick review of the new Halo hood by Majestic Fire Apparel. If you want to see more content, check out our website at boxalarmtraining.com and our Facebook page, Box Alarm Training. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel to get the newest videos, and if you have any questions or comments, write them below and we'll do our best to answer those. Thanks for watching.